we have a tax appraisal. We could have them testify. My question is, for introduction of evidence, are y'all stipulating to the admission of the tax appraisal as evidence, as it maybe not the sole evidence, but as evidence for the value of the home?
It's certainly evidence for the value of the home. I would have to visit with my client. We have some pictures that show that the home was in horrible shape inside and out, that it hadn't been taken care of while she's been there the last 5 years. I don't know what an appraisal would show, to tell you the truth, Judge.
Okay.
If she can't refinance it, we'd like her to get out of the house so he can get it back into shape to sell.
Right. So have y'all mediated?
We have not. No.
So how much time are y'all asking for in a final hearing?
I would like to have, say, maybe 3 hours.
Okay, so anything over 2 hours is going to require mediation.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Jonathan, do you think we can do it in 2 hours?
I think we're going to need a little bit more time, and we are asking for retroactive child support. We're asking for military retirement, spousal maintenance. There's a lot of different things we're asking for. I think it'll take at least 2 hours, if not more.
Well, so the question is, if you commit to 2 hours or less, then you can go ahead and set it for final hearing. Otherwise, you're going to need to go to mediation first. Okay. Now, one thing I want you to discuss, if you go to mediation, so in the event that you agree that you could go and be less than 2 hours, I want you to exchange all documents that you may seek to have introduced into evidence. Exchange that. So when we get a trial date, then work backwards. 2 weeks before that you each have to the other, your exhibits marked. It doesn't mean you're committed to have to introduce them, but ones that you may, with a request that that the other side stipulates their admissibility into evidence. There's a lot of expense and there's a lot of time, there's a lot of effort getting things in admissible form that usually people don't even really object to and don't mind. They understand this is the original document or a copy of the document, and this is, a lot of exhibits are just not really disputed as to authenticity and having some relevance to the case. And so I would like you to just reserve the real objections for trial, and that we not have to spend a lot of extra time introducing documents that nobody really disputes.
Okay.
And so 1 week before trial, then you'll have a response to the other side about which ones you would stipulate into evidence and which ones you would object to. And then 2 business days before trial, have all of the exhibits that have been stipulated and as to admissibility to Haley, my court reporter.
Okay.
Okay. So then you can decide those documents, and then you can really kind of decide. It seems to me that if we were going to spend 30 minutes spread out through a trial, just approaching if we do it live, or if we do it Zoom, that it's even kind of harder. But we'll spend a lot of time on documents that could be saved.
I think we can certainly do that. Hopefully there won't be too many objections to exhibits.
Okay. If there are any other issues you could stipulate to, you could write that up, and we could start off with really just focusing on the contested issues. I understand that still sometimes for contested issues, when you're just narrow, we just want to decide this issue or that issue or these handful of issues, that you still have, sometimes you have to put it in a context. So I don't mean to make it too antiseptic, but everything that you can stipulate to would be good.
There's one other matter I guess I should bring before the court. Ms. Peacock had sent out discovery I guess quite a few, I don't know, quite a year ago or something like that, quite a while back. And really the answers were not provided, no production at all, and almost no answers to the interrogatories or anything. I did receive some updated answers and a few documents from Mr. Tanaka yesterday. I haven't had a chance to look at them and see their sufficiency, and if I might need to have a hearing on some discovery issues. As far as, for one thing, the fact that they were not produced timely and whether what's been produced, it looks like not very much was still produced at this point. But.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't really speculate on that, but
I'm just letting the court know I may be trying to set a hearing before the final to address that issue.
Okay. And so if you want to talk among yourselves and decide whether or not you think you need longer than 2 hours, then if you are going to do that, then know that you, even without an written order, you need to go to mediation before you could get that set. And
it wouldn't matter, Judge. We've had some pretty extensive conversations and can't seem to agree on pretty much anything.
Yeah.
A very high chance of success for mediation.
Yeah, we're going to want it to go to mediation if it's going to be more than 2 hours.
Okay.
So that's been a rule that just works. And for all these years, we've been able to handle this docket based on the 2 hour rule and holding people to it. And yeah, there might be a case where you go, well, yeah, I see how that one didn't settle. But at the very least, making everybody with counsel get in the same room with each other. Well, of course, it may not happen that way nowadays. It may be Zoom, but to be face to face and have your legal representative there and talk about the issues has its own benefit. So, is there anything else that either of you wanted to address?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
No, I don't either.
And we'll see if there's any kind of motion to compel or anything else. So other than that, we'll just see what y'all notify us of as for final hearing.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
We will going for 2 hours, get potential dates from Jennifer, and then confer about what, if there's a mutually agreeable time, and then set it. Obviously, if you don't make an agreement, one of you can set it subject to any motion for continuance. Okay, thank you.
Sure.